Welcome to our test environment of Matrix 42 Enterprise. In this video, I'm going to introduce our different modules to you and give you an idea how to find them in our web UI. Matrix 42 Enterprise is based on our enterprise automation platform. It's a unique data platform that contains everything that you need to configure the system to your needs. That is, for instance, a low-code platform, Workflow Studio, and so on. Then we have different modules that you can use and test. First of all, on the left side, we start with Service Desk. Service Desk is our module for supporting service desk scenarios like incident management, problem management, change management. Then we have the Service Catalog, where you can define services that you can provide via our self-service portal to the end user so that they can order them, request them, get them approved, get them provisioned. A very important module that is a base, of course, also for Service Desk, but works as a standalone product as well, is e-asset management, where you can manage all the IT assets that you may have, starting from client, server, network devices, cars, whatever you want. Then we have the license management. License management calculates the current license situation for you. That means that it calculates the amount of licenses that you need, and you can compare that then with the licenses you already purchased and can report that, for instance, as in case of an audit or for optimization purposes. We also have a contract management where you can manage all the contracts that you may have in your environment, software contracts, asset-related contracts, mobile phone-related contracts, service contracts, whatever you want, with lifecycle management, with cost control, and of course notifications. The License Intelligence Service is a module, is a service that supports license management processes and is a service with a huge reference database in the background. Then we have on the right side some technical modules. We start with the deployment, the unified endpoint management that supports client management processes like software distribution, like operating system deployment, or with formerly known as Imperium. And we also have with Silverback a mobile device management solution that is part of the UEM product. Then we also have discovery and inventory tools in place that enrich the enterprise automation platform with especially hardware information, hardware software information that is then a solid base for asset management, also for license management, and of course further processes like Service Desk, incident management process, and so on. We then have additional modules that you cannot find in the interface as a separate module, but for instance, integrated into the Service Desk, like our remote control solution, known also as Fast Viewer. And then we also have an endpoint protection product that you cannot find in the interface that I show you in a second, but there is an extra interface to manage everything around the endpoint security. So then let's have a look at the interface. We start when we open the browser and log into the system with the self-service portal. Self-service portal has everything to report issues, request something, get information. And then if you want to test other application, then you can use here the application picker, where you can find, for instance, service catalog, everything around service portfolio, catalog, orders, bookings, and so on. Then we have the Service Desk module, where you can find everything around Service Desk process practices, incident management, service request management, problems, and so on. We have the license management, where you can find everything around the compliance situation, here shown in the dashboard, but also on the left side, for instance, software compliance. Asset management gives you an idea about your IT assets. endpoint devices, universal assets, whatever you want to manage here. Of course, can extend that using our administration tools. We have the contracts, where you can see all the master contracts, maybe contract items with their life cycle, with expiring information, notifications, and so on. Then we have the unified endpoint management to control the endpoint device software rollouts, for instance. Here with endpoint devices, package configuration, patches, and so on. Then these are the modules that you can test. Then we have additional applications here to add necessary basic data like the master data, organizational data, locations, user information, maybe from Active Directory, and so on. In administration, you can manage everything around the interface, around security, so role-based assignments and so on, so to control the access to the product, services process contains workflow management and so on, and many more. So, and that's what you can use in your test environment, and I wish you happy testing and successful testing. Thank you.